Hello guys, welcome back. We are now in third part of our CRUD with Ajax and Rails 6 series. In the third part, we will cover four items. The first item is the brief introduction of MVC, where we will see that how MVC, what is MVC and how MVC works. As the second item, we will learn scaffolding and then we will create a resource using scaffolding and we make our resource as username. And as a third item, we will add validation to the model. We will add different validations to the attributes of user model. And at the last part of this, at the last as the last item of this part, we will add a Ruby gem that is known as Faker gem to populate seed data so that you can create a number of dummy users into your database. And you the main purpose of the last item of part third is to demonstrate how you can use Ruby gems. This is the only objective for this. Whether you can create there are other ways to create dummy data as well, but we will go with the Faker gems so that we can see how Ruby gems work. So now let's start the first item of the part, the introduction of MVC. So in the diagram, you can see this is the MVC diagram. You can see here active record, action controller, and action view. This active record represents the model. This action controller represents the controller, and the action view represents the view. So the process starts from the client. Whenever a client make a request, client is only you can understand as browser here. And whenever a user who is visiting your application from browser makes a request, and then browser send the request to server, and then the server forward this request to dispatcher, or you can say server forward that request to the router, and then router identifies that which controller and which action of that controller is responsible to serve that request. And based upon that, router decide whether to controller decide whether to go for model or not. For example, in you are making a request where you have to fetch some data, some users data, then a request is made to the active record, and then it returns some results. And depending upon request type, action controller either render or redirect to the browser. If the request is get or patch type, sorry, post and patch type, like updating a resource, deleting a resource, or creating a new resource, then your controller will redirect to the browser. Else it will render a view template, and that view template is represented to the client. Now let's define active record, action controller, and action view. Let's define active record first. So active record is known as model. The model is the layer of the system which is responsible for representing business data and logic. In Rails, model facilitate the creation and use of business data to the database. So as you can see here, the model is connected to database, and whenever you make any CRUD operation, the data is saved, either saved or updated into database using some query. You can create a database model objects using insert command. You can fetch database using find queries, and delete records, and so on. And action view. So now view is the presentation layer in MVC. Model data is populated on view so that user can see this data. For example, if you have saved 100 of users into the database, then view is the only thing which will represent the list of those 100 users to the client to or to the browser. So view is the presentation layer and responsible for displaying data. Now, as a mediator, the third part is the controller. It works as the mediator between model and view. It makes the model data available to the view so that it can display data on the browser. And it saves or updates user data to the model. So whenever a user requests to view some records which needs to be fetched from database, then request first come to the controller, then controller decide which model to be requested, and then it send a request to the active record, then active record send that query to database, and then database reject the data, and then model uh, send this data as a response to action controller. So this is the basic work of MVC, and this is for this video. And in the next video we will create our scaffold resource. We will create a user model, controller, and views using scaffolding. So let's meet in that lecture. But yeah, one thing that is remaining, that let's try to understand that how view and controller works, because right now we don't have any model, so I cannot show you that how request come to the database, but I can show you that how client request forwarded to the server, then server forward that request to dispatcher, and then dispatcher loads the controller. So let's come to this page. You can see here, this is our local host page, and now this is our terminal where we are running our Rails server. Let's reload this page. You can see here, started get slash processing by welcome controller index as HTML. So what is doing that? We send a request, and the request is started as landing page, and all the root requests start with the slash only, and router identified that this request must be processed by welcome controllers index section. And this is not surprisingly, you can see in your routing definition that what you have mentioned here, welcome hash index. And then based upon, by default all templates are rendered inside the application layout, so it is rendering the layout application.html.trv, and in that layout it is rendering application dot sorry welcome controllers index template. And you can see here that it is also rendering here header and footer templates that we created in last videos, and then again it is rendering the layout. So this is how it works. Since we do not made any query to the database, because we don't have any model, active record model right now, so we cannot see that controller is sending request to the database. But it is clearly seen that how MVC work, that again let me show you. A request comes and forwarded to the server. Request come to the server, and it is forwarded to the dispatcher, and then dispatcher decide that which controller and which action of that controller must serve this request. So this is all about MVC. In the next lecture, when we create our resource using scaffolding, we can understand this architecture more clearly by making some requests to the database and queries. So that's for this video now. Thanks for watching this, and let's meet in next video.